I'm going to show you how to blend different backgrounds for your design project. Let's assume you have a design like, let's say, a church program, okay, or a church flyer that you want to, mix background so you can achieve one particular background and also pass the message. I'm going to show you how you can apply this method to everything you are doing, okay. So let's move straight into the tutorial. Now let's assume I have my online size, which is a 1080 by 1350 pixels. So let me change my unit here. Click on your units here, click on pixels. Let me put in 1080, press tab by 1350. Okay, this is now our online size, okay, for our Instagram, let's assume. So double click on your rectangle tool to add this outline. Listen, good. Let me undo, remove the outline, remove it. Good, I remove that outline. You can see. Let me press my letter P. Good. Now I'm going to import those backgrounds. I'm going to be mixing or combining, okay, so that you see how you can combine backgrounds. And sometimes you look online, you can't download the exact backgrounds because it was already combined. So you might think it's just one background, not knowing that they have combined it to appear as one. So let me import. Go to your shortcut icon or you click on file, you go to import. Now this is the folder I want to import some backgrounds from, okay. Let me click on this one, let me select this one, select this one, select this one and this one. Let me import. Let me drag 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these are the 4 backgrounds I'm going to be combining or mixing to give me one particular background. Okay, so let me bring this one as the main background. Let me right click, power clip, click on power clip, put it inside. Let me scale it. Don't forget to always bitmap anytime you bring any background here. How will I do that? Click on bitmaps menu, click on convert to bitmaps, resolution 300 or 400, color mode RGB, click on OK. Good. Scale it, let it cover the whole page. Look at, have you seen? Let it cover outside small. Good. Let me drag this up. Now click on finish. Let me select all these backgrounds and put them inside here. Right click, power clip, put it inside. Good. I've now power clip this background inside. Let me bitmap them. I've shown you how to bitmap, so do same. I'm using my shortcut key to bitmap. Good. I've bitmapped these 4 backgrounds, okay. Let me bring in this one. I am going to fade the edge of this one. I also fade other edges, okay. Let me start by fading the edge of this lady. In the worship mode, click on your transparency tool from your toolbox. Look at this edge here. Have you seen? Hold down your control key and drag it down. Fade it small. Fade again. Have you seen? This is what I want. Good. So that this edge will not really show. Blend it. Okay. Now bitmap. Go back again to your bitmap. You can click on your pick tool, then click on your bitmaps menu, convert to bitmaps. Okay. Why am I doing this? I want to also fade other edges. So now for you to multi-fade any picture or image, you have to bitmap before you carry out the next transparency. Okay. So let me click on transparency tool again. Fade this right hand side to more. Fade the left so that you won't see this line. Let it blend. Good. Now bitmap again. Go to bitmaps menu. Click on convert to bitmaps. Have you seen? Click on convert to bitmaps. Now next is this. Fade it up small, very small. Let that sharp edge just disappear. Good. Bitmaps again. Good. Okay. Next, fade this other side. That is your bitmaps menu. Okay. Good. Now fade it small. Let it be straight. Hold down your control key just small. Good. I can now bitmap again. Good. Have you seen? Now this is the background I want to be using. Let me bring in this one first. Let me enlarge it. I want to show you how we blend backgrounds so you wouldn't think it's magic. Have you seen? Good. Let me increase this one. Fine. Now that your transparency tool, click on it again. Look at the edge of this other background. Select it. Click and drag down. Have you seen the effect that is going on here? Good. Let me bring in that. It has covered that light effect. Good. Let me go out. Have you seen? Let me go in again. Let me go in again and still blend. Keep blending till it gets blended with the background. Good. This is what you have. Let me shift it here. Okay. Have you seen? Let me also bring in this one. I'm going to rotate this one. Let me use 90 degrees. Or let me try, let me use 90 degrees. If you don't know how to do this, look at this, your property bar, where you have this, your rotation icon here. That is your angle of rotation. You can type 90 degrees. They just type 90 and press enter. Good. This is what I have. Now bring this one here. If you observe something, I am using backgrounds that share the same color. They are complementary to each other. I cannot go and carry background that is carrying red color to mix with a green color background. That won't even go well. I can't carry a pink color background to mix with a red color background. It will just look like color blocking. Okay, you cannot go and carry a background that is yellow, okay, to come and mix with a background that is, let's say, blue. Whenever you want to blend background, make sure they have similar colors. Make sure they complement each other so that the background will not be too shouty. Okay, good. So if you look at this one, let me also click on my transparency to blend this top. Blend it. Have you seen what I have here? Click and blend this one. Make sure the edge doesn't show. If it is in Photoshop, what they use is brush tool and some other related tools. Okay, here in CorelDraw we use transparency tool from your toolbox. You can see I've blended this background. I'm also going to blur this background. Okay, I don't want it to be too shouty like this. Let me bitmap this background. Okay, I'm going to blur it. Go back to that same menu here, which is the effect menu. Go back to your menu bar. This is your effect menu. Now click on blur. Look at blur. Okay, click on Gaussian blur. Click on it. Okay, now look at this bar here. Look at your Gaussian blur bar here. Okay, you can increase from here, increase the bar, it will get blurry. You can increase with the arrow. Okay, have you seen? To get blurry. Look at the original here. Have you seen how it is? I'm going to increase this by here, this radius, and it will get blurry. Okay, because I don't want it to be too shouty. Good. Have you seen? Let me go out. Have you seen what we have here? I can go ahead to still blend it. Anyone that is not adjusted well, I will adjust it very well. Have you seen? Good. Let me still blur this other one here. Small. Fine. Can go ahead and do the necessary adjustment. Let me take this one. Let me increase it. Okay. Listen. Now the reason why I can increase this the way I like it is because it is already inside the power clip frame. That frame is what shapes the whole background. Take for instance, you use A4 to do this. It will take the A4 size. If you use A6, it will take the A6 size. If you use A5, same. So always know the size of background or the size of design you want to do. Okay, just like I say, this is for online. So we have the 1080 by 1350 pixels. You have the 1080 by 1080. Any size you want. Always make sure you put this background inside a container so that it will take the shape of that particular size you selected. Okay, now this is what we have. Have you seen? So 3 backgrounds have been combined. Let me bring in this image. Let's assume it's a worship service or a design for worship. Let me convert this woman to black and white. So click on your bitmap. Look at mode. Let me turn her to black and white. Now I've turned out to black and white. Have you seen? Good. Now go to your transparency to click on it. Look at your property bar. Have you seen where you have this place, the road normal? That's your merge mode. Click on it. Have you seen? This enables you to choose color of the transparency. Anything I select here has an effect. Look at. Let me click on maybe multiply. Have you seen? Whatever I click here has an effect. Whatever I click here has an effect on this image. Have you seen? Good. But this is not what I'm focused on. Look at where we have screen. Click on screen. Have you seen? It has been able to blend with this background. Why is it like that? Because the effect I have applied on this image automatically will show only on a background, not on a plain background. What am I saying? If I take this image out of this background now, it will look like one whitish background. Look at, it's out. Have you seen? looking like a whitish background. Have you seen here? But when I place it back to this background here, it's going to come out this image. That is the effect. The effect works with background. Okay, so this is it. I don't want to use the screen effect. Let me click on my transparency again. Look at this screen. Let me use add. Okay, good. Add. I've just change something. Good. This is it. Have you seen? Let's go out. Have you seen how it is? Let me click inside and let me enter power clip frame. Bring it down. I can also go ahead to click on my effect menu. Okay, go to where you have creative, go to where you have vignette. Okay, click on vignette. Have you seen what is here? Look at this, your vignette bar here. You see under shapes, you see ellipse, you see circle. Look at the effect. You see rectangle, you see square. Have you seen? I want to use the ellipse. Whatever I apply here will take effect. Let me reduce the offset. If you reduce the offset, look at what is happening. If you increase it, look at what is happening. So yeah, they want to decide how curved the edges will be following this bar here. Okay, look at the fade. If you want it to fade very well, okay, you can increase this bar. Have you seen? Have you seen? If I want it to really show, have you seen? The effect is happening. Just look at this image. Okay, look at the image. Have you seen? The effect is happening. I want it to be too bright. Look at. Good. Let me dim this background. I don't want it to be too shouty. Good. Now let me close. Have you seen what I have here? Have you seen? That's blended to this background. I can go ahead and click on my transparency to I'll still fade this downside. Okay, I'll still fade it. Let it blend very well. Good. I'll go out. Have you seen? You can go ahead and adjust the way you want. You can adjust this other background the way you also want. Okay, so this is how you blend background. I am going to also blend another one. Have you seen your background? So you can go ahead and write anything you want to write. If you want to rotate this image, or flip rather, you want to flip this image, look at our property bar. Look at where you have your mirror horizontally. Click on it, you flip this image, take it to the right. Anywhere you want to position this image, it will go. Or you want to keep it down here, anywhere, depending on your design, it will go very well. Okay, so this is how to blend this background. Let me bring another background and we'll try one more combination. Okay, good. Let me open a fresh page. This is another page. Let me import. Let me use this one. Let me try this one. Okay, and this other one. Let me import. 1, 2, 3. Good. This is it. Let me bring this one as the main background. Let me double click on my rectangle tool to add my border outline. Let me take this inside. Power clip this one inside too. Also power clip. Also power clip this one inside. Okay, and this is the inside power clip I am. Okay, this inside power clip. Let me make this other one to be bigger. Let me scale it. Let me scale this one. Good. Now let me bring this other one. As you can see, this background has a touch of red, so I'm going to use a complementary color. Now let me rotate this one to, let me turn this one to let's say 90 degrees. Okay, good. 90 degrees. Let me increase, let me transparent this background, fade it. Have you seen? Fade the edge, let it blend well. You see what I'm doing? You might think it's one background. Let me fade it very well. Drag it up now. Fine. Have you seen? It's not looking like one background. Let me bring in this guy. I'll do the same thing to this guy. I'm going to, going to fade the edge here. Fade this down edge. Convert to bitmaps. Fade this other part too. When I fade it, I'll still convert to bitmap. Don't allow it touch the main image. Just small, just like this one. The head is just close to the background edge, so just fade small, very small. Let it just be faded, not too sharp. Okay, bitmap, convert to bitmaps again. If you want to do this other right hand side, there is no problem. You can go ahead and fade the edges. Okay, bitmaps, good. Let me go ahead to use my creative option, go down to where you have vignette. I can still use an ellipse, and okay, I must not come here. Okay, you can just fade your edges before you apply your mesh mode. Okay, so just stick to what works for you. Have you seen? I'm not turning this one to black and white. I'll leave it like this. Let me come to my transparency tool, click on it, then you see this your normal. Okay, click on your transparency tool, look at where you have this your normal on your property bar, mesh mode, click on it. Let me use screen. Have you seen screen? Let me click on screen. Look at it has blended with that background. Okay, look at, so even if I increase this guy now, okay, he's already out. Okay, let me go out. Have you seen? I can go ahead and reduce him. You can go ahead and scale him. Look at it there. Listen, whatever you want to now write, whether it's a church service or worship service, you can blend this. You can even add or mix even 10 backgrounds to give you what you want, but make sure you know what you are combining, and the colors are what complementary. Okay, complement itself, so you wouldn't get a color blocked background. Now you must not always blend background to background. Okay, you can blend background with normal colors. Okay, but make sure they are complementary. Let me show you how to do that. Let me open another page. Good. Double click on your rectangle tool. Let me remove the outline. Okay, let me import another random background. Let's try something. Okay, let me use this one. Good. Have you seen this background? Let me scale it. Let me put a clip inside here. Okay, let me increase it. If you're using a lower version, you also achieve same result. This is CorelDraw 2026. Good. Okay, now let me adjust this one. Let me adjust this image. Let me draw my shape. Like I said, I want to blend color with this background. Let me just draw my shape here. Have you seen this shape? Remember, this is power clip. I'm already inside the frame or container. Okay, before I do that, look at this down part here. Okay, looking like dark green. I'm going to pick a color here and add here so that it will blend. Okay, how will I do that? Look at my color eyedropper tool here. Have you seen this one? Look at here. Click on it. Come here. Make sure you select one color by clicking. Anywhere you click here, anywhere you click is going to pick. Have you seen? If I click this place, have you seen? Look at this property bar. This select from desktop. Have you seen? It must take that color effect before you pour it here. Look at this shape here. Let me pour it here. Have you seen what I have here? Good. Let me drop the tool. You can now take it here. Have you seen? And now take it here. You can go ahead to bitmap if you want to bitmap this shape, so you won't be able to add color again. But let me use my transparency tool to transparent it first. Let me transparent that place. I have blended normal color with this background. Okay, look at it. Have you seen? Let me adjust this one. If you want to blur this one, you can go to your effect menu, click on blur. For lower version, it might be on that bitmap menu. You check your bitmaps menu, you see it, Gaussian blur. You can adjust the radius. Okay, it will not be too blurry, depending on what you want to do. Then you can now click out. Now this is what you have. Have you seen? So I've been able to also blend normal color to it. So even if you now say, okay, you want to pick this other color here and pour here, you can still use your eyedropper to click on it. Click on it. The color must show here on your property bar before you pour on this one. Have you seen? Have you seen what you have here? Look at before and look at another one here. Okay, whichever one is okay for you, you can go ahead and use it. Okay, so this is how you blend background for your design. Okay, do well to watch other tutorials, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also comment. Thank you.